Morning, boys. What's going on with you on this great Monday morning? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your weekend was off to a good start. Do let me know what you were up to this weekend down in the comment section. Obviously, we're getting closer to the holiday season, so I'm sure everybody's weekends are filled with plenty of activities. Let me know what you were up to, and hopefully you had a good time. Let's make sure we, of course, recap last week, and then we'll dive on into the action today. You got Monday Night Football between the Bengals and Jaguars. You've also got some soccer going on today in La Liga and also Serie A as well. Throwing up that recap from last week, you can see we went 14 and 29, down a plethora of units, down 12 units or so. On the year, now we've got more losses than wins on the year, down about 30 units, and collecting over about $1,400 of free money and arbitrage money. Talking about some of those wins, though, from last week, 3-0 on 2-unit plays. At least when we were able to find a spot, identify a spot that we thought was worthy of putting multiple units on it, we were able to come through in those. We, of course, had Galatasaray Man United with the first half cash in Champions League, and two more cashes in Champions League that were 2-unit plays. Fine order, Atletico over 2.5 goals, and Shakhtar on the money line. That was probably the best one because it was at plus money. So you love to see a plus money multi-unit cash go ahead and come through. Madison on his yards on Monday Night Football just got there. Get a lot of losses on the hook from time to time. Felt good to get a win on the hook. We needed 11 receiving yards, and it was all of the play just before halftime. Again, we talked about it on Tuesday morning. You could see the play developing as he was following the guard out on a little bit of a screen play, and obviously the Bears defense was sitting back a little bit there just before halftime. So picks up just, and we mean just enough yards to go ahead and ring the cash register on that one. Only one touchdown in Monday Night Football between those Bears and Vikings, and we correctly predicted it was going to be Hawkinson finding the end zone. He did so late on that one. 76ers and Nuggets in the first quarter. Picked up a couple wins there in the NBA. Sixers obviously easily over the Lakers, and the Nuggets are just one of the better teams in the first quarter, it seems like, for the past couple seasons. So we were able to ride them to a victory. Texans and Chargers against the spread. Picked up wins yesterday in the NFL. Chargers -5 against the Patriots. Literally do just enough, winning that game 6-0. And the Texans hold off the Broncos. A late charge there by the Broncos. Wilson throws an interception. Texans hold on and cover the -3. Talk about those losses, though, from last week as well. Vikings and Jets on the money line. Yeah, we did have the Vikings there on Monday night, and they just let the Bears come back on a game-winning drive and go ahead and obviously kick the field goal and take away a victory from us. And then the Jets yesterday, God, I mean, we had a chance. That's what the Jets are going to do with that outstanding defense that they have. Just the offense continues to not capitalize. It seems like now I feel like they're going to go to the right quarterback in Trevor Siemian. There's rumors that they're going to maybe go to him this Sunday. I think if you look at the quarterback depth chart, that may be the best one that they've got. Going to him obviously a little bit too late for my liking. But he's unable to obviously deliver the game-winning drive for us yesterday. They come up a little bit short. Dobbs passing touchdowns on Monday night. Again, only one touchdown all game. So, he falls woefully short. Wolves on the draw no bet. Just a heartbreaker right there. And it plays right into the VAR that we've kind of mentioned. Remember Corey on last week mentioned VAR and kind of how VAR has been a little bit on the wrong side of us. We'll circle back to to the Wolves draw no bet one right there, but just kicked off our week with just kind of a really tough loss right there in the Premier League on Monday afternoon. PSG on the money line. We're the better team against Newcastle in the Champions League. They had all the chances in that game. Obviously, the game ends at a 1-1 draw. They get a late penalty. We now come to find out that penalty is really unfortunate because the way it was judged in that was judged incorrectly. But either way, we're going to lose that. This PSG just wasn't clinical enough. It's so many goddamn chances to score goals and score goals early. Just couldn't quite get it done. Man City on the money line. Boy, up 2-1, up 3-2, and just can't quite get it done. They let Tottenham claw back in it. They get equalizer at the equalizer. And then we were robbed at the end. Were you watching that game? Simon Hooper going to get a bag of effing coal in your stocking is what you're going to get there, Simon Hooper. A bag of coal. You call a foul on Holland at around midfield, just below midfield, down about where the circle is. But then you put your arms out. You're going to play the advantage. Cool. Holland picks his head up, finds Grealish, and puts a dime of a ball into him, and it's Grealish one-on-one with the keeper. But then Simon Hopper wants to pull it back? He wants to pull it back after you extend your arm to give the advantage? What, too good of a goddamn pass and you don't like Man City? You got to call that one back? What's the deal with there? You called the advantage. Let it play out. That's what you gave on the field. That was brutal because that was Grealish one-on-one with the keeper. We don't know if he's going to finish it, but obviously if he does late in the game, that's 95th, 96th minute. That's done and dusted, and that's going to be a 4-3 victory for Man City. Brutal call right there. Excellent game. I was actually at the New Guinness Brewery down in Chicago watching that one. It just opened up maybe a couple months ago. I actually was sitting near a bunch of Spurs fans as well. Just great atmosphere with those Spurs fans. Actually, really made it a great watch. But yeah, great game. Brutal, shitty call to end that. I can't believe he called that after extending his arms and giving the advantage. Tough, really tough stuff right there. Thursday in the Europa League and then also in the Europa Conference League, we did a couple first half overs, fall a little bit short there in Athens, Brighton. I mean, Athens had a great opportunity right at the death of halftime. Ball hits the crossbar, just really unfortunate. And they kind of had the same unfortunate luck in the next slate of windows, the 2 p.m. windows there in the Europa Conference League. VAR, that's what we talked about. And again, Corey mentioned VAR being a little rough to us, kind of over the course of the season, but it feels like we've had a lot of these calls, go against us. And I was sitting here, I'm trying to think of what VAR call went our way last week. Hard to think of one, but I can think of that Wolves draw no bet. That was where that second goal that Fulham got should not have happened. In fact, Gary O'Neill was apologized to by the PGMOL right after the match. I don't know how you can apologize that quickly after a match. Just get it right on the field. Just get it right on the field, then we don't have to apologize immediately after. So that was one that was a little bit rough to us. Aston Villa on the money line, they had a goal. Second goal in the first half that was disallowed due to offsides. And some of these aren't, like it was a bad call, right? Yeah, he's clearly offsides, or it was marginally offsides, but he was offsides. But it just seems like we can't get VAR to go our way. We don't get that call. Villa's unable to beat Bournemouth, and instead it's a 2-2 draw. West Ham against Palace, where we had more goals to be scored in the second half than the first half. You get a goal in the first half, so now you need 2 in the second. Great. You get a goal in the 46th minute, right? When second half opens. But no. VAR rules offside again on that one. We did get another goal, so if we had that VAR one, that would have been a cash. And what about on Friday in the Bundesliga on our relegation battle we did over 2.5? How about a goal being disallowed? How about a penalty awarded in the game, but then VAR overturns it and takes away the penalty? We get those 2 decisions to go our way. We likely get a 2-1 game as opposed to a 1-0 game in that one. So yeah, tough stuff by VAR. It'd be cool to have VAR maybe just go our way this week. That'd be nice to see. Let's see if it can't go our way this afternoon in Serie A. What about Iowa on that team total? Nothing? Like nothing. I checked my phone at halftime. I said it was 10-0. I said, okay, well, that's a loss. But shit, maybe they can, maybe Michigan will, build a lead and you just get something in the second half. No, 26-0. Boy, if you're in the Midwest and you're a Big Ten fan, it sounds like you've suffered through a really extremely boring game. But maybe some of you knew that out there because the way you guys were talking last week. So Iowa can't get it done. I lose the first half and the second half team total. And Pistons on the first quarter. Just still irritated. The numbers were good. It's fine, but just really irritated. I trusted the dog shit Pistons to try and put money into my pocket. I don't like that decision at all. All right, let's head on to the comment section. Sorry we lost some money last week. We're trying to be better this week. And let's see what you guys were up to last week. Morning, my boys. Morning. Morning, Corey. Morning. Who laid the wood? Oh, yeah. The Niners. They're the best team in football. They proved it yesterday. Although hard to beat a team twice in one NFL season. Hard to not think that those 2 teams won't hook up in the NFC Championship game. Obviously, the Cowboys are probably the biggest threat, to a repeat NFC Championship game. But maybe the Eagles, they'll throw the game on purpose. But it is hard to beat somebody twice. And they still going to possibly get home field advantage. They still do got a 1-game lead. Interesting. Yeah, Deebo Samuel, that was a little unstoppable. Morning, my man. Morning. Morning, Kyle. Morning, Brian. Yeah, best team in the NFL, hands down. Last week it was Everton. Yep, it was. Yeah, Man City. Were you watching? I just don't get it. Both arms go out. He's like, here's the advantage. And then Holland drops in a dime of a pass to Grealish, a really good one. He had to get it up over 3 defenders. Pretty decent length. I mean, nothing like crazy, but I don't know, was that 20 yards or something? Nothing crazy, but shit, man. You can't give the advantage and then pull that back. Can't do that. Can't do that. Never mind. They suck. What's up, Ryan? What's going on, man? Yeah, fantastic game. Just electric stuff. Electric stuff. City now 3 games in a row, winless in the Premier League, because everybody remembers the 4-4 classic they had against Chelsea the previous match. Still great performances. And, obviously Tottenham's XG, if you saw, was 0.59. And Holland's alone was like 3 point something. City's overall was like 4.23. City's still not giving up a ton of chances, but Tottenham's got a lot of quality players. And, like Lo Celso on that one where he cuts it in on his left just outside the box. Just quality players. You give them just enough space. That dude's quality. He'll bear it every time. So, yeah. I appreciate that. Sorry to miss you guys on Friday. I'm sorry to obviously, I can't really give you a notice when it is because of a sick kid. Is he better? No. No, he's not, but he is at school. I'm not going to be surprised if I have to go pick him up early. He's just got diarrhea amongst maybe some other, like a general cold, but the diarrhea is the reason they send him home. He's still got the diarrhea, so we'll see if I get a call here any minute to go pick his ass back up. But I had to send him back to school today. But appreciate the kind words, man. Pass that cold on you. Yeah, I did. It's going around, man. The wife got it. I definitely got a little something. Yeah, for sure. Morning, Tim. Morning. I'm going to hold off any NFL talk till tomorrow, man. I just need another day to recover. But I feel your pain, obviously, Tim. Need another day to recover. We'll talk about that tomorrow when we give away $25 in the Pick'em contest. Yeah, that wasn't a tough one to get. Even if you could even finish your one. If you got half a beer in, you still would have won. Morning, Ross. What's up, man? Jet's going to give you a call. Trevor Siemian, don't y'all agree? I think he's better. Zach Wilson's fucking awful. And I don't know who this Tim Boyle guy is. He's awful. Why don't I play Trevor Siemian? Chiefs money line and Travis Kelce TD. Couldn't quite complete the Hail Mary pass. I don't even know if Kelce even got a touchdown in that game. I watched a little bit of it, but not much. Not much. Morning, Bill. Morning, my man. Still alive after the Bird games. Got it. Okay. Long-time listener. You love to hear that. First-time commentating. You love to hear that. All right. Appreciate my man. Appreciate you. I got my head up a booty right now. Fantastic effing name to put up on the screen. Love it, man. Oh, appreciate you, man. Appreciate, love the name, man. Appreciate it. Isn't that glad you commented, man? Hell yeah. Also, how about that under 6.5 for Iowa? Yeah, they under every goddamn thing you've ever heard of. They were under. All right, let's get some bets up here on the screen. Hell, I've got a couple. Do I have an under? I got one under to throw up on the screen. I already had to jump on that Patriots Steelers under that I already went ahead and tweeted out. I don't know, sometime earlier this morning, but Bill Belichick doesn't get out schemed defensively. You even saw that yesterday. Chargers, good offense, right? Chargers is good offense. It's the defense that always lets their ass down, and then also Brandon Staley's boneheaded dumbass decisions that he makes. But the offense is good. They didn't do a damn thing yesterday against New England. And Steelers, they just have kind of had an inept offense all season long. You know the Patriots offense has been just fucking shitty all season long. Give me that under 32.5. I know it's already dropped to 31. That may be... Have we had a total this season under 30 points? Because that one might as well just go under 30. It feels like who can get the 10 points first may damn win that game, So, and Tomlin, you always trust defensively. Belichick, you always trust him defensively. And you don't got to scheme much up in this game because both offenses suck ass. So give me that under 32.5. Let's go back to that top bet, though. Torino versus Atalanta. Not a lot of great season-long stats to justify it. Of course, teams have certainly gone over. Atalanta is literally about 500 in their 13 games. They've gone over 6. And Torino's 13 games, they've only gone over in 4. But the last head-to-head, they've had 8 straight over 2.5s, and in all but one game, both teams were able to contribute. Now, one game was 7-0 Atalanta. Obviously, that's fine for us if they want to reproduce something like that. But in the other 7 head-to-heads that have had over 2.5, both teams are contributing. You're getting goals. Sometimes two teams like fancy each other, and they They get after each other. And that's what clearly seems to be happening in this head-to-head. At plus 135, I also not a big Serie A guy, like you guys know. So I went and looked up some score predictions out there. And I'm seeing a lot of over predictions out there. These are websites. These aren't cappers. These are, well, maybe they are cappers, but these are like, Action Network or like, CBS Sports, dudes that just write articles. They've got a lot of over 2.5s in their predictions. At plus 135, when it's hitting 8 straight, let's see if we can't get 9 straight head-to-head hits of over 2.5 in this head-to-head. So sign me up for that one. Wolves and Burnley over 2.5. Just not going to make the same mistake with the Wolves match that we made against Fulham last Monday when they're just an over machine. Are they absolutely over? They've had 10 of their 14 games go over. Or that's each club too. You want to factor in Burnley. Burnley's also had 10 of their 14 games go over. If you look at home and away, respectively, for these teams, Wolves have had 5 of their 6 go over, and Burnley's had 4 of their 6 away fixtures go over. So not going to try and predict a winner in this one. Not even going to tack on both teams to score because I'm getting this one at minus 103 on BetRivers. Expect both teams to score and contribute, but at minus 103, I'm good with that. And we'll just ride what you happen in Wolves. They even scored against Arsenal, and we know how great their defense is. So easily over 2.5 in that one. And then also tomorrow in the Premier League, Luton is at home welcoming Arsenal into town. If you don't know, Arsenal's flying high, to say the least, right there. Thumped Lens in Champions League. Had a good outing against Wolves. They didn't run it up on that, but to be quite frankly, most teams don't run it up on Wolves. But that game hit over 2.5, obviously, to contribute to the 10 of the 14. So I think Arsenal will get 3 past Luton. Luton's just been struggling against the big clubs. Been struggling. Everyone, you could also see win to nil if you want to dabble in that. I may come around to that one. It's at minus 110. But for now, I'm just going to focus on Arsenal getting goals. That's what they've been doing lately, so I like their form and everything. So sign me up there for an over 2.5 team total by Arsenal. And that's how she's going to roll on this great Monday, boys. That's it. That's it for me. At least in terms of that. We got some bets circled for tomorrow. I'm likely, maybe I'll go ahead and tweet it out before, but Villa versus Man City, both teams to score over 2.5, minus 140. That's an absolute play over at DraftKings. The reason I can't give that bet out is because I may pull the ladder out on that match. Everybody is scoring on Man City. And not only that, but Rodri, he picked up a yellow card yesterday against Tottenham. Rodri is going to be out of this match. So now you're talking about a defensive midfield of, he still doesn't trust Calvin Phillips. I don't believe he's going to bring in Calvin Phillips, but he's going to bring in Kovacic. Kovacic against this Villa team that is flying high, like, he ain't going to do shit against Villa. So over 2.5 and both teams score is a play. It's minus 140, best price over on DraftKings. But it's just it's going to be possibly a multi-unit play. And then I'm thinking about pulling the goddamn ladder out. I'm thinking about pulling the ladder out because that's how damn good Villa is. And City, well, we know City. That feels like, 5-6 goals in that game. So if I pull the ladder out, obviously the over 2.5 and both teams to score needs to be multi-units. And then, you ladder it accordingly. So another spot I like that possibly will be a bet is Manchester United against Chelsea. I think that's a both teams to score an over 2.5. United was awful against Newcastle. You don't have to tell me. I watched that entire match. They should be better back at home against Old Trafford. And quite frankly, Chelsea isn't like Newcastle. Like, Newcastle physically will out-muscle you on a pitch. That's not what this Chelsea team is. They're a little bit more finesse with Pochettino, where Eddie Howe is physical. They're going to win the second balls, and in fact, I think they won every goddamn second ball against United on Saturday. That's just not going to be Chelsea. It's going to be a little bit, the passes are going to be a little bit more freer in that game. It's not going to be as physical. So I think both teams will be able to score in that one. I think somebody eventually finds a winner in that one. I also think Crystal Palace Bournemouth is going to be an under, so maybe we'll go ahead and tweet that one out. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of talked about that on Between the Posts, but the Palace games just stay under. It's just awful, especially at home. Who's going to do that 0-0 halftime sprinkle? Don't be on the lookout for that one as well. So, all right, those are a couple bets we're contemplating. Again, the Man City Villa one will be a bet. Just got to figure out how much to, maybe 1 unit play or maybe a multi-unit play. So that's how we do it. Did you make it through the Eliminator Challenge? You bring it up. I don't think you're throwing shade whatsoever. No, I did not. I picked the Steelers. I was between Steelers, fading the Panthers for the 4th time, and picking the Buccaneers, or taking the Texans over the Broncos. Obviously, I settled on the wrong one, and I took the Steelers. And then, of course, classic. I'm sure it's the same shit that happened to you guys, right? You're like second option one. My second and my third option one. That one. I'm just annoyed. I think that was the best I've ever done. I thought maybe I could run the table, but no, I didn't make it. And since you brought it up, Tim didn't make it either. Tim actually locked in on the Steelers, so yeah, we both lost. Technically, I won. My win margin throughout the course of the season was 226 points. Tim's was exactly 200, so technically I was better than Tim, but hate losing on the same week. I hate losing on the same week. But no, I took the Steelers. It's just, of course, once you lose, you start racking. And you're like, yeah, why did I take that shitty offense against a Cardinals offense that like has potential? Where like the Steelers offense not. Well, I don't know. They're 7-4. They're getting wins. Well, now they're 7-5. Just and then to have your second and third option win, just tough. You hammer the Steelers Pats under. Are you going to ladder that under? I think you could. We've only laddered overs. Perhaps you could ladder an under in that one. I hear you, man. That's an under. I couldn't bet that fast enough this morning. I sent the tweet out, and I already saw it's dropping. Did it already drop again? Let me see. I'm sure the total is just freaking free falling. Let me see. I'm just going to Odds Trader, of course. Quickest and easiest way to line shop. Odds Trader. Yeah. Every book's already at 31 now. So you can find a couple 31.5. Oh, yeah. What do they predict the game at? They predicted on their thing. What do they got it at? You can ladder this shit under. They have 13-14. Obviously, that's a total of 27 points. Yeah. That's an under spot. And, yeah, not going to watch it. It sounds like it looks like both got eliminated. Yeah, we did, unfortunately. Well, Tim's second option was the Bucks, I believe. We were going back and forth a little bit. My second option would have been the Texans. My third option was the Bucks. But I got 32, but you saw, yeah. A couple 31.5s out there. If you're wondering, I can rifle off those books. If you want the 31.5, I'm showing FanDuel and DraftKings have the 31.5. Everybody else is at 31. Oh, what did it open at? That's going to be kind of curious. So they also have a history on their tab. You can see line movement. What did this game open at? Opened at 35. I remember the under was getting slammed. Oh, boy, it opened at 35. Whoa. Under was just whacked. And the spread is +6. You have to like the Patriots +6, I guess. If you're predicting an under, you generally like the team with points if you're taking an under. There's no way I'm doing it, though. They didn't do a damn thing yesterday. They didn't get anything. Nothing. They went Iowa. They went Iowa on them yesterday. They didn't get a damn thing. I don't know how I get Chargers -5 cover. Whoa. Barely. Yeah, it does. It does. All right, boys. There we go. Lock it on in today. I actually did. I'll tell you guys. Over on DraftKings, you know, those DK crowns, you can go ahead and cash them in. I'm always honest with you guys, right? I just don't cash this shit in and not say it or do it. Like, I always send the screenshots out. Today, I was feeling a 2-1 score in this match. I was feeling 2-1. So I cashed in $49.60. It was all like the max. And I put all of it on a 2-1 Atlanta score prediction. The best price was over at FanDuel. So even though I cashed out, like where the money is, who it's like kind of irrelevant. So if you want the 10-1 price, I went 2-1. I cashed out my DK crowns for roughly $50. I put all roughly $50 on a 2-1 Atlanta score. See if we can add 5 or so units to the bankroll and hit that. Plus hit a +135. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Patriots team total is 12.5. The Steelers is 18.5. Well, both of those go over. Let's see, 13-19 is 32. I could win it on the hook. Okay, win it on the hook. 13 plus 19, yeah, it's 32. Yeah, I'd win it on the hook. I can't see the Steelers getting a 19 points. That's an under. Their offense is awful, and Bill Belichick doesn't get – you're not getting schemed up on his ass. Not from a defensive standpoint. There's no – oh, man. Wow. 18.5? No way. No way. What's the price? Minus 106. I would hit it. I don't think either team. I don't think either team could get past 17. I would take that all the way down to 17. I don't think either team can get to 17. Again, not that this is the end all be all. They got a 13-14 game. I would take that under. I'm obviously not gonna do that. TikTok today. Let's do this. We'll do this Torino game then, Brian. Yeah. What time is it? I'm looking at the time, Brian. It's 1:45. Yeah, I'll be back by the gym. I'll be back. We can do that, Brian. We can at least catch a half of it before I go pick up the kids. We'll do it, Brian. We'll do Torino, Atalanta, 1:45. If you've always been able to watch Serie A but never know where it is, Paramount Plus is where you can catch Serie A action. So I'll throw it up on the TV. Good call, Brian. Especially on a short week. Yeah. I'm never really like you bet these unders sometimes and you're like, I'm like not even nervous. I'm not even nervous. Not even nervous. Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah. I'll just stay with the full game, but however you can get in on an under, obviously is the right way to get on that. I'll just stick to the 32.5, but I would jump on that Steelers -8 or under 18.5 without a doubt. Good luck today. Let me know how you guys are betting it over the course of the day. Drop me a play. Obviously, I don't have anything for Monday Night Football. No really good angles. You could maybe look at the tight end for the Jaguars because the Bengals suck, but like the lines were like -160. So whether this has been bet up to -160 or maybe that was the opening line, I have no idea. But other than the tight end for, so who's that going to be? Ingram? Yeah, Ingram. Other than the tight end for the Jaguars, I didn't really think there were any player prop advantages. For sure, think the Jaguars will win the game. Backup quarterback for the Bengals, they probably lose by double digits. I think I saw the line was 10. But, it's the NFL, man. This shit's so super competitive. Most games competitive, so I'll just leave it with a little Torino and Atalanta. Just try and hit a good little over 2.5 in that game. 9 straight times. If that hits today, it'll hit 9 straight times on a head-to-head. See if it can happen. All right, boys, come on back. Find out how much money we're going to put on Aston Villa versus Man City. See if we have the stones to jump on any more of these other soccer bets. We got midweek Premier League action. And then, that'll get us on through Tuesday. All right, boys, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your Monday. We'll catch you tomorrow.